if you look at this body of ours, there's nothing that is substantial or can guarantee you. Sometimes you look at it, this body of ours, even though you don't do anything, sometimes this pain just arises by itself with no rhyme or reason. But that's a reason because of the weather and because there was a imbalance of the elements, the earth, wind, water, fire elements in the body, and that causes what we call feeling of pain. Is the result of the unbalance of this fourth element, and that's all. And for people who don't understand this principle of how to handle this kind of feeling, normally they will just get excited. They will, what happened to the body? Pop! They will run to the chiropractors or the Chinese physicians or doctors for advice, and then they will look into the, how to deal with it, give you medications, give you medical care in order to get rid of what we call pain. So a lot of people, they get stressed out because they're caught up by what we call feelings of pain, feeling of so-called uncomfort of the body that always irritate your mind. So an untrained person is very, very suffered, living in heavy stress, right? Unlike people who meditate or meditator who know how to contemplate into the real essence of the Dharma, that you have this body. This body is made up of these four elements. And because of the unbalance of the elements and the changes of season, thus it triggers this kind of symptom and nothing else. And we do our self-remedy, and if it goes away, fine. If it don't go away, also fine. We take it as a subject of meditation for us to contemplate, to watch whether our mind get agitated or our mind get stressed out or our mind get making story. And all this making story and trying to find a way to cure it is actually fearing of death. And that's all, and nothing else. But what to do? But this is the body. You just let the pain stay with the body and the mind stay with the Dharma, the nature, the understanding of Dharma will enable the mind to live peacefully, coexistent with what is happening with your body. Because who asked you to be born into this world? And of course, there's always a cause, and because of the precept that we have breached in the past, killing, hurting living beings, that is the reason why the individual going to suffer this lifetime. And why other people don't suffer? You look around, oh yeah, it's true. So when we have understanding, then we just leave the pain with the body. The mind don't have pain, just watch it, take it as an object of contemplations, which is quite interesting, so that you don't get so dull. Something to tickle you, not to have a good sleep the whole night, to look at it like a good friend. And when you can view things in this way, your meditation will be interesting. I use the word interesting. It's not crazy. Don't take me wrong. What? Ajahn, you mean you take pain for pleasure? No. No one want to take pain for pleasure, but we want to take whatever thing that arises, right? They're going to trigger us. We just watch it and make a full understanding within ourselves, contemplating on the four elements, contemplating on karma, contemplating on how this body can be affected by the elements and why other people not affected and why you're affected, and a lot of things. We arrive to the word karma, and then we hook it up with precepts, and we deprive of accepting truth, and no problem. When the mind have this kind of understanding, then we say that the mind don't suffer. We let the suffering, we let the feeling stop at the body, and that's it. And then you can live happily, even though you're living in pain, but you don't look like you're in pain. You can still do your normal chores like normal people, but pain is just a pain. You separate the whole thing out. This is how people don't get carried away by problem in their life. When you start to understand this truth, when you start this kind of issue within you, then you will know how to ferret out events of our life, what thing concern inside of you, outside of you, and what is more substantial, what is more important in life. Right? We come to the temple to what? What are the purpose? To develop our mind in terms of sila, samadhi, panya. And we work toward this approach and not being affected of what we have heard or what people say or what. Because it's a development of our own mind. You see, we have nothing to do with whatever people say, nothing. We take everything that comes along the way as a test for our own individual practice. I repeat, your individual practice of how you understand problem of life that actually come from us for being not understanding enough to handle the whole situation within our own mind frame. And that's very important so that we don't start to blame people, we don't be a tool to be make use by other people. We know where we stand. We stand with the Dharma, we stand with the righteousness, and this is how the Dharma can stay. Then we will know that, oh, happiness lies within. Happiness doesn't lie in the other people's mouth, what other people say. No. If you always mind be troubled or be affected by other people saying, then you are not strong enough. You are not firm enough with the Dharma. Your faith is not 100%. If your faith is 100% with the Dharma, we stand firm. Come what may. We take all challenge. Because life is a life of challenge, life of learning, life of what we call it solving problem, taking on problem, and life of wisdom. Why we say wisdom? We know the stupid to head-on crash. We know how to duck. We know how to take step back. Step back. Step back, that means you retrieve. We're not going to head on. That's what we call it. In meditations, same thing. You got to use how your mind going to push for it. You cannot just bang, read some book and bang, after listen to some talk. At the end, you can't achieve what you want to achieve. You start to get, we call demoralized in your practice. And that's not wise. We got to keep on going, keep going. Rain or shine, keep going. Just that we're going to walk. Rain or shine, there's a duty we must do. We just comply. We just do our job. Fulfill our responsibility. This is a responsibility for our own mental welfare. And that will be the sharing for today. And now give the best thing.